I've been wanting to record videos now for years because there's so much information that comes to me and ideas and things that come to me and sometimes things that I believe God set for me to say and express. And I always was just leery about doing it because I just didn't want people to look at me or people to see me or people to identify me as one of those people that is always preaching the gospel and or a hypocrite or just be judgmental period in itself. Like, I just don't want to engage in confrontation and things of that nature. Not that I can't fight, because I just feel like fighting is just, what's the point? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to wind up being hurt, whether you hit or don't hit, because words hurt people just like people hurt people. Anyway, I digress. I have been wanting to post videos on my Instagrams and my YouTube channel to share just things that come to me, ideas, notions, just mindsets, messages, whatever. Part of my gifts with the world, like, just because I just feel like it's the right thing to do. And that's what God blessed me to do. So that's what I'm going to do. What I've had to learn was to accept myself. Accept all parts of me. Meaning, identify the parts of me that I choose to be in denial to. I've had to learn to just embrace all of me. The good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the nice, the mean, just all of it. Every part, every aspect of me. And I'm learning that it's not an easy feat, which I already knew it wasn't going to be easy, because how easy is it for you to really, truly, honestly face you, all of you, like your whole self, your demons, your whole nine, like everything. T22 in the pocket, I said that. But how do you do it? How often do you actually face you? Look at you in the mirror and call you out for your shortcomings, for you, what you say, what you do, what you don't do. You swears, you curse, whatever. How often do you call yourself out and just have a real heart-to-heart with yourself and be true to yourself? And I, myself, personally know that I have only been able to do this so far through using medicinal herbs. In this process, I'm learning so much about myself because I'm having moments where I'm actually able to just sit and be still and just listen to me. Listen to my thoughts. Turn the world off and just listen to me. What do I hear? What are the voices, if it's a voice? If it's a thought, what's the thought? If it's a feeling, what's that feeling? Why am I feeling that feeling in my body? What comes to me when I feel that feeling? What comes to me when I touch that spot? What comes to me when I turn this way or that way or look up, look down? I just started taking time to just be with me. What do I like? What don't I like? Explore yourself. How often have you ever actually sat and just explored yourself? Taking the time to just sit down with you and just be with you. Nobody else, just you. Like, do you write things down? Do you read? Do you color? Do you draw? Like, what's your go-to? What's your vice? What's your release? What's your hobbies? What's your habits? What are the things that give you joy? The things that give you peace of mind? The things that help you wind down from everyday life? These things are joys, these passions, these hobbies. These are skills. These are you. This is you. This is what you have learned. What you have not learned. The behaviors that you exude. How often do you pay attention to yourself? We pay so much attention to everybody else around us, all around us, all the time. Oh, he got these shoes on, she got them shoes on, she got his hair, he smell like this, she look like that. Whatever. Oh, she smiled today, she spoke today, no he didn't. Oh, no she didn't. Oh my God. Like, it's so much. Like, I can't stand her, this bitch is that, da 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 da. Like, it's gossip. It's just How often do you pay attention to yourself? Like, all the effort and energy that you put out into the world, it does not go out void. Even if it's positive, negative, hurtful, kind, deceitful, whatever it is. Every form of energy, intention, thought that you send out into the world, you send out into the universe, it is felt by the person whom it was intended for. So when you saying fuck her, fuck that, they're feeling that. Those people are feeling that. Either you going to send light, love, and positive energy, or you're not. Don't send negative energy. Like, just don't. Even when you get irritated, upset, and mad about situations, find ways to rationalize the situation so that you can calm down. Quickly allow yourself to rectify the situation. Don't keep feeding into that bullshit. Certain things set you up, irritate you. You don't keep looking for more to pour into the feeling of the irritation. You look for the source of the irritation so that you can seize it, so that you can stop it. What caused me to be irritated? Oh, they didn't communicate. Oh, okay, how can we fix that? Not just on my behalf, but on their behalf too. How can we fix it? Oh, be more prepared, be more organized, have my keys. Because I didn't have my keys. I lost my keys this week. And the whole time my keys were in the purse. Go figure. However, how control are you of yourself? Because I misplaced my keys and I got irritated with the people who live in my house because I expected them to be home. I mean, they are my children. They should be home. However, they were with their dad. And even though it wasn't communicated with me that they were going to be with their dad, at the time they were going to be with their dad, it still shouldn't have mattered because they were their dad. It's their father. He is the other parent. He actually took the opportunity and put the energy and effort out to actually come and pick up the children. You should know that he cares about his children. And I'm saying that not on my behalf, but on a lot of other women's behalves. Oh, he came and got my baby. He had around that bitch. And had a... So what? He came and got the baby. He came to pick the baby up. He came to spend time with the baby. He came to love on his child. He came to put his presence in his child's life. He came to have a moment with his child. Let him. You irritated with him because he not doing what you want him to do because he don't care about you no more. Oh, well, guess what? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So what? Life goes on. You have to learn to stop faulting other people for your decisions and your choices. We all make these decisions and choices. We all go out here. We all, decide that we're going to do this thing and do that thing. And we decide that we're going to hang out here and hang out there. We decide that we're going to be grown, smoke weed, drink, have sex, whatever. We decide we're going to break law. We decide what we want to do. Nobody is putting a gun to your head. No one is puppeting you for you to do the things you're doing. Now, granted, you might have some parasites in there that's puppeting you. However, you're still conscious and aware of what you're doing. So it's a matter of your self-discipline to control yourself and control your feelings and control your emotions and control your habits and your behaviors and your mindsets and your ideations and your motivations. And your aspirations and your dreams and your goals and all the things that move you. Nobody else is in control of it but you. It's just funny though. And then another thing that comes to mind, because I had such a wonderful day today. This evening, as I'm winding down my house with my children, I realized Sims. My daughter made this joke before about, us being Sims. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so absolutely accurately correct. We are Sims. The game Sims is exactly what our life literally is. And so she broke it down so eloquently. She said, Mommy, Sims are just individuals or AI that's controlled by the player. You know how many levels that shit hit on? If that's the truth, which it's the truth, then who is playing us? Who is playing you? Who is playing as the lead of your life, as the lead of who you are and who you deem fit or who you decide you're going to be. Are you in control of you? Are you confident in you? Do you believe in you? Do you love on you? Are you in tune with you? Do you fully understand you? Do you trust you? That's massive. Do you trust yourself to make good, conscientious, aware, alert decisions? Not just for yourself, but for the individuals around you as well. Do you trust the decisions and choices that you make for yourself? Are they beneficial to you? Are they growing you? Are they evolving you? Are they changing you? Are they enlightening you? Are they building you up, or are they tearing you down? How are you playing you in this life? How are you showing up in the world? What are you looking like? What is your avatar really looking like? Like, are you taking care of your avatar? Are you really taking care of yourself? Are you feeding yourself? Are you clothing yourself? Are you talking to yourself positively? Are you entertaining yourself? Are you loving on yourself? Are you giving yourself a bath? Are you hanging out with friends on a regular basis? Are you maintaining and holding down your job? Are you seeking to motivate and elevate yourself in any way, shape, form, and fashion? Are you reading a book? Because they do that in this sense. Are you having sex? That's another one. Sex on a regular basis with a partner. Now, I don't really want to get into the depths of this because everybody's not mature for the conversation. However, I still feel like it needs to be had. When you are engaging in intercourse with another person, it shouldn't just be intercourse with a random ass person or random ass being, because you don't know what the fuck you're fucking. Excuse my language, but yes, you don't. So, you want to be careful in that regard, because you are now in turn taking whatever energy that you have going on inside of you, all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the joys, all the hurts, all the pains, whatever it is inside of you. You're taking that and you are sharing it with someone else, especially if you are not using protection. How about that? Go figure. Sex stands for sacred exchange. A sacred energetic exchange. Excuse me. A sacred energetic exchange. Meaning you are connecting your sacral energy with that of another person's sacral energy, and you are exchanging all of you, or parts of you, or the core of you, or the essence of your sacral energy to that of another person's sacral energy. Meaning that any of my issues, problems, attitudes, mannerisms, behaviors, whatever, my DNA, all of it, I'm sharing that with you in this process. And when we have multiple partners that we're sharing with, you have to remember that energy is never created nor destroyed. It's just transferred from one phase to the next, from one form to the next. Therefore, whatever energy I'm having, I'm holding on inside of here, I'm giving that to you and you're giving me yours. We're exchanging. That means exchange means to part ways with something and take something in. Like, as in, I give you this and you give me that. It's exchange means to give away and receive something equally in balance. And the thing is, you don't always receive something equally in balance when you're sleeping with all these random people. And then you got to think about what you're also giving away. Each time you do this, you're giving away a part of yourself. You're giving away parts of you. You are connecting parts of you to parts of these persons, these people, these beings, these entities, these energies. You're connecting yourself to that. Is that what you really, really want to do? Especially if you don't know what's going on with that person, really, in their private lives or their mindset, their notions, how they carry themselves, their mannerisms. Are you really taking time to get to know these people that you are actually sleeping with? And then once you sleep with them, what next? How do you cleanse yourself? How do you cleanse your energy? You can, which is not true. You can. However, it's all in how well you take care of yourself. Are you cleaning your body? Are you flushing yourself out? Are you drinking enough water? Are you exercising? Are you sweating? Come to think of it, I'm actually dehydrated. I don't drink enough water myself. So, again, that's me being in my truth. I've been struggling with drinking water consistently. I found myself actually going, to the store to purchase. Let me see if I can set that right there. To purchase water just so I could drink it, because I noticed that whenever I drink the water in the house, I feel weird. And my house is pretty old. So Damn, that was good. I definitely do not drink enough water. I need to drink way more water than what I drink. I.e., you can tell by the clearness of my face. Blemishes. I'm not drinking enough water. I'm flushing my system out. But that's okay, because I'm drinking water now. So, you have to give yourself credit and grace where it's due. And you have to be gentle with yourself. And you have to be kind with yourself. And you have to love on yourself. And you have to encourage yourself and motivate yourself. You have to tap into yourself in all areas and aspects. Excuse me. All areas and aspects of your life. Meaning, and it's crazy because I have this on my wall. It's called the self-care wheel. You have to be able to connect with yourself in the physical realm, a psychological realm, an emotional realm, a spiritual realm, a personal realm, and a professional realm. That is your self-care wheel. And yes, it's on my wall. And yes, I know it. However, at the same time, I don't. Because there are times where I don't pay attention to any of it at all. It's just there. Just in my space. Am I taking time to actually read it? No. I'm being honest. However, I believe sometimes just having the exposure to it keeps your mind kind of focused to a degree. However, you have to be able to express yourself balanced in all those areas of the self-care wheel. Now, granted, there are more, and those areas can be broken down into smaller or more complex areas. But you have to connect to you. You have to interact with you. You have to make sure that you're also expressing you. That means giving parts of you out in a sense where as though you're not building up all this energy and you can't share it. You weren't designed to hold everything to yourself or store everything to yourself. And we have a tendency to be stingy. Owning something you're having or possessing something is us being stingy to a degree. Because we're in possession of something that someone does not have. And not necessarily have because they just have to have it, having in terms of a need. We're gluttonous in the sense that we keep food or we store food in our homes. We should be able to trust and believe that God is going to provide for us daily, as He provided for those in the wilderness when He fed them people 40 days or whatever off manna from heaven. Understand what I'm saying? You have to have that kind of faith. They say mustard seed faith. Have mustard seed faith. You have to believe and trust and know that God has your heart. That God has your will. That God will provide whatever it is you need. And I know I'm about to get preachy, but I don't care. You have to know that God is omnipresent. Omnipresent means in all things, all present. I actually just looked this up too. I forgot if it was Greek or whatever. I can't remember. Anyway, omnipresent means present at all times and in all things. And always. And the significance of that means that if God is present in all things at all times, everywhere, then we are also connected to God too. Because if He's in all things, that means He's in you and me too. And if He's in all things and He's in you and me, then that means I can talk to Him and connect to Him anytime I want to. I simply call Him up. However you address God. And God is not a negative or dark or heavy energy or heavy feeling. It's light. It's gentle. It's peace. It's calm. It's powerful. It's endearing. It's bold. Sometimes it can feel like it's booming. You feel it in your core, in your heart. All his voice just speaks to you. And some people say it's your conscious mind. I'll give you that. And then there's times where it's not. I'm just saying. And then you have people who are actually spiritually gifted, who can hear other people from other realms, other dimensions, other spaces, other times. So, there's that. Of course, individuals who have been diagnosed as schizophrenic also have that gift. The problem is they don't know how to control it. They have too many doors open. They don't know how to close them down. You gotta think about it. They started out normal. Excuse me. And then they went through a process. And then going through that process, they became something else. There's too much going on at once. That's why it's said to not multitask. And if you are going to multitask, only multitask for several hours, not, 3 to 4 hours at a time, at that. And complete your task. Actually, just do one task at a time. Actually, don't multitask at all. Complete one task at a time. And the more efficient you complete that task, and the quicker you complete that task, the sooner you can move on to the next task. That way you don't have to worry about going back to the task to do it, because it's already done. So complete one task at a time. Focus on that task at hand. And do it as quickly and as efficient and effectively as you possibly can. It's just that simple. I can never do an extra job. I have ADHD. At least I can't be on a timeline or deadline to complete tasks in the office because it's hard to focus. It's one thing if I can just like put my headphones on and just do my thing. Boom. That's different. I can lock it like that. But you can't necessarily lock it like that in an office setting because you have to be able to talk to people, communicate with people, things like that. I definitely would basically just need to be able to work at my own pace. For real. I don't like the idea of having to work at the pace of others. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. Excuse my language, but it does. Irritates the fuck out of me. Because if I'm at work, my boss says, hey, I need you to complete this by this time frame. I know I don't work in that manner to comply. And it's not to be disrespectful to my boss. It's just that I know that that's not a strong suit for me. I know that that's not an area where I excel. It's not that I don't seek to excel in that area. However, I just know that that is an area that I have difficulties with. And instead of it being a possibility or a way where it can be, I don't know, alleviated, where I don't have to do that actual task, that's going to always be something that kind of rises. I don't know. I like to function and flow at my own pace. Now, within reason, I would say that. Within reason. Because, I mean, of course, I still have to do my job because I have to pay my bills. I have to take care of my kids. So, of course, I'm pushing to meet deadlines. However, what I am finding is that because I have to do it on someone else's time frame, it causes me to not... What is the word I'm looking for? I don't like doing shit with somebody else telling me to do shit. I got a problem. Maybe it's a problem with authority. I don't know. Because it's not like I don't do it because I do it. I mean, excuse me. Like, I do the task that I'm asked to do, that I'm paid to do, the task that I actually want to do sometimes with extreme efficacy because it's just something that I just absolutely love to do. I love teaching. I fucking love it. I just don't care for the deadlines. Deadlines is just, the deadlines that they give are unrealistic deadlines, and I feel like they don't give you deadlines and adequate amount of timing for you to be as effective and efficient. And then if they do give you adequate timing, then there is no actual planning as to how to perform the task. Because sometimes there are tasks that are given to individuals who do not know how to actually perform the task. It happens. And all of us have been there at some point in time where we have received a task that we were supposed to complete. We know how to complete it. However, sometimes we don't know where to start or where to begin. And so we need a little bit of guidance. And then sometimes there's not a clear explanation as to the real expectation of what you're expecting to see as a result of said task or activity you asked me to complete. So it's just like, it's levels to it. It's levels to it. You have to learn as individuals how to adapt to situations. Am I going to blow up and cuss this man out or cuss this woman out because I don't know what I'm doing? When instead I can actually ask for help, and if they are not able to provide me with the help, I can actually go and look for the help that I need, or look for the guidance, or look in the direction in which would help me actually solve this particular problem that I'm having. What am I doing in this part of the situation? And again, that goes back to the beginning of what I was talking about from the very beginning of the video. How are you showing up for you? How are you actually helping you? Working for you, and understanding that when you're working for you, you're not just working for yourself, you're working for those, or the good of those around you. No, everybody is not going to like you. Look like one of those. Thanks to blow the hands. But still, you get the fucking point. That's hilarious. But how are you showing up for you? How are you disciplining what you have been held responsible for? Like, figure it out. Like, do this. Figure it out. I just feel like God is working in me in ways that I haven't felt in years, and it feels great. There are moments where I just got, that's so weird, I just got this feeling of dying. I just really got this strong feeling of dying. Like somebody really wants me to die. It's so weird. It's like a strong feeling of, I just want you to die. I feel it. Well, I'm sorry. It's not my time yet. May God bless your heart, your mind, and soul. I would send back that energy, like 11,000 energy, tenfold. Send back the sender. I don't want that. No, thank you. When God is ready to take me home, He will take me home in no sooner. And I want out the day that it's happening. Facts. I'll make that choice. I'll make that choice. I think that's all for right now. Thank you for listening to my rants and ravings of my video recording of myself and my Zoom. May God bless and God keep you. I shall be amen.